I always love it when the bride writes the speech for him. Now, before I introduce the best man, yes, that means sit down, I'd just like to offer my personal congratulations to you both, and I wish you years and years of internal happiness. So, eternal happiness. Before we do introduce the best men, who happen to be Bill and Ben, no, Dave and Jamie, I'd just like to ask you all to put your hands together for the very proud sponsors of today's speech. As you might have seen, they've been hanging around here, sort of shuffling around on their backsides. Certainly one of them was looking extremely nervous. Yes, you. He's pissed, so you're all right. You could just put your hands together for Pampers, who are our sponsors today. How are you going to share this between the two of you? You'll have to ask a couple of lesbians.
Who put 10p in you?
Anyway.
Right guys, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that don't know us, my name's Jamie and this is Dave. We are the best men. We're going to share this microphone, we're going to do the speech together, because it'll save time. We don't want to be here all day. You go there.
Firstly, all I have to say is how great Sarah looks today. Absolutely stunning. I've never seen a bride look so happy on a wedding day. And I think we're all a bit surprised at how well Robbie's done. I mean, happy how well Robbie's done. Fair play to you, mate. And to quote you last night in the pub, for a man who's fat, broke, and has a small, I've done very well for yourself.
Right, secondly, we'd like to thank the beautiful bridesmaid, Rena, Sarah and Gemma tonight for looking absolutely fantastic today. Please come on, put your hands together. Absolutely fantastic. We really put that over. It's like Girls Aloud without the ginger one.
We'd like to thank everybody who did all the hard work behind the scenes. I think Mike mentioned already, Angie did an awful lot of work. Just like to thank her, and especially Mike and Denise for all their hard work behind the scenes. Thanks very much.
Right, next up we've been requested to sing Robbie's praises, but unfortunately we both can't sing. And we don't want to lie. So sorry about that, Robbie, but as you all know, Robbie is a very generous, fun-loving and a great man, a good family man with a real hunger for the perfect life with his family first, and then of course all his friends. And I am very lucky to be a close friend of yours. Thank you very much, Robbie.
I think we'd all agree that Robbie is a very magnetic character, the centre of the party, for anyone who was at the stag. And for all these attributes, we love you, Robbie.
However, I knew Robbie quite a long time before most of you today, and he's probably never mentioned a couple of his old tricks that he used to get up to in Spain, so I thought I'd just tell you a couple of them. Nothing too bad. We're going to have an after show later on for all the lads, and that'll be something different. But there was one time, I've got to bring it up, I think you'll remember it, when Robbie pretended it was his birthday, and he planned it. Do you remember this, dog? And he planned it in about 4 weeks in advance, and we had about 50 people turn up, and they all brought him cards and presents, and he all brought drinks all day. We went to the aqua park, and halfway through he decided to have a Viagra. So you can picture it. Robbie, aqua park, slides, coming down the slides, into the water, families everywhere, and Robbie came out looking like he was having an absolutely fantastic time. Possibly better than you should have ever had. Next up, I'm not going to dish too much dirt, because we'll be here for about about 3 months. There was the next one.
I'm not going to read that because...
2-2, we're on, we're back, it's alright. Basically, there was a time when we were down the sea, we were having a swim. Robbie decided to, I don't know if I should say this, because there's a lot of respectful people, but I can just say it anyway. Basically, Robbie got himself in the sea and he decided to push a foot-long turd out, and he was in the shallow end. There's families everywhere. We all thought it was hilarious, but there was only one little boy in the sea, and this turd floated into the water. And obviously, he's always pushed one out himself. And he's legged it, but all the families legged it, and I swear down, they were Spanish, I can't even speak to them, but I thought that they thought there was a shark somewhere. And they looked at you and they thought, fair play, he's brave.
Nice one, man.
Myself and Robbie were like brothers growing up, you know. 2 days between our birthdays, spent a lot of time together, you know. We used to do everything together, even go to the toilet together. Then one day we were about 5 or 6 years of age, and Robbie didn't want me to go home, so he took matters into his own hands. So he took a piss on me. Who would have known the next person Robbie took a piss on was a little bloke dressed in a sailor suit and Bognor Regis.
For those of you that weren't there, it was Robbie and this other stag, back to back, strapped up with cling film. And Robbie's obviously much bigger than the lad. The lad was big, but he was much bigger. And he's picked him up and he's carried him all the way down these stairs to have a fag outside, wasn't he? Next minute, Robbie's looked at it and he's like, pissing down here. And this lad, obviously he can't see, he's not got wing mirrors, he's like giving it all this. And he can't see what's going on, but he can feel the warmth. He can feel the warmth. It's not the sort of warmth he was after, I don't think. But he was content, he was quite happy, he knew it was all a laugh. But then Robbie shouted over his shoulder in crikey, he shouted, I could do it a foot long. And that was when the lad wriggled out. And he was like Harry Houdini, he was like a fish, and he legged it. But to be honest, I'll never ever see a suitcase with the contents that Robbie brought to Bognor Regis that weekend. It was quite shocking.
Yeah, the size of an 18 stone Irishman in a mankini. Well, sorry, 17 stone. It's one that lived with me for the rest of my life. And, I don't know if Sarah knows this, but Robbie wore one of Sarah's G-strings for the whole weekend. All 3 nights. And, just to cover his bits. But I don't know if you know this, Sarah, but on the Monday morning, he put the G-string back in your drawer.
Hey! Ball back out again.
To the washing machine.
Right, next up, very importantly, none of you will know this one. This is a relatively new one. We have to thank the manager of this lovely place, Sean. Is it Sean? Yeah. Is that right? Where's Sean? Well, apparently, what have I written here? Yeah, thank you very much for allowing us to celebrate here today, because Robbie basically phoned up to book this venue. And apparently, because obviously with his accent, she instantly asked him, would there be any trouble? And Robbie's obviously oblivious to anything. He's like, oh, what do you mean, trouble? They said, well, we've had pikey weddings before. And well, we had all sorts of shocking incidents. But basically, Robbie assured them that we were going to be a very well-behaved group, basically.
Maybe.
But looking at you lot, Irish or not, I reckon we could smash this place up. Just for myself to finish up, there's one person who was very important to me and Robbie growing up who can't be here today, and that's Nanny Clinch. Myself and Robbie spent a lot of time with her when we were young. She used to bring us into town a lot, into the cinema. She'd pay for us in, she'd sit up the front and fall asleep. And me and Robbie would sit down the back, launch Maltesers at her. I know how proud Nanny was of Robbie and how much she loved him, and I'm sure she's looking down on him today and is as proud as ever. Alright.
Right, please can everyone stand up? Everyone stand up, get yourselves up. Everyone, get yourself to your feet. And please raise your glasses and join myself and David in a toast to the stars of the day, our best friends, Mr. and Mrs. Love it. Alright, where's the numbnuts gone? Basil? Are you alright? You back?